in terms of the pistols, it's 1-1, so we'll see if that continues.
In towards middle, a split perhaps going down.
Camera early info, knife came in late over towards middle, did hit the sky. And we are going for an A split with heavy pressure towards A. This is a big question mark once they clear the camera, that they're not towards A, and they are not going to expect one tube and two middle.
As Gentlemates did, slightly different avenue of doing it. Kicks the Pistol King under pressure. He's going to deal with another.
Kicks did great.
In the meantime, his team have managed to get the spike down.
This guy opened door, right? And I mean, he got a kill, so they know he's
waiting for him. But this fight isn't actually going to garner too much just yet. The winner of it might
Guys,
decide the round. And
the hell is this duel?
Holding on to that position is going to cause so many issues. Look at where Safe is as well. They're basically surrounded. They're looking to clear a site.
Yeah, and this is a guaranteed round, you'd feel like, especially with the camera.
It's a really nice idea, as long as somebody can get there on time, and the Astra buys you a lot more time with those stars down. The global utility, so the defuse cannot be pulled.
Very, very nice from Vitality.
Destrian 3 kills.
2-1 for them in terms of pistols.
Flying start, and Vitality picking up the first.
Yeah, they've always been good at their pistols, and I like the idea, like just having not only Destrian's utility for post-plant, it's something that, because as they said on their desk,
no salary tier 1 player is going to pretend to be a clone and just die. Dude, we're going to see one this year. Trust me, you'll see one this year, and it will be the biggest. It will either be the biggest play or the biggest flop, and we have no idea until we watch it. Someone will do it.
Within 15 seconds, so I think it's going to be a very different ball game on the attack, where
someone's going to do it.
Destrian is almost going to be able to.
Ardis might be Ardis.
That's a double dink.
Oh, they actually nearly got so much for this, and yeah, you should be expecting this push once it happens. Oh, and Kix is low. Now what? Oh boy, wait, Kix is still alive and low.
Already doing so much damage in this round. Rifle going to be retrieved, but Kix is low, and he can't heal himself.
You see this guy, dude? He has a nade and a flash. There goes the low HP.
Pedestrian last alive. Okay, Starzo spotted.
Yeah, a little bit of damage.
Just take this fight. Instead, biding time for teammates to rotate in. Running that clock down for Destrian.
Gets his knife as well.
Timer ticking away, as there's going to be support pretty soon.
And they're just chipping away. Guns to pick up as well. Well, that one crumbled a little bit fast.
Vitality, we're off to a good start after the pistol, but well, a pretty immediate response from the side of Koi.
Yeah, Shadow's got off to a flyer, did well in the pistol round and has also done well in this round as well, but I felt like Camo just managing to instant double dink 2 players, and then his teammate also just being able to trade them out. Great shots as well. You can see the amount of assists that Camo's already getting without actually getting a kill, a couple up there already, but that is a round there. If you're Vitality, you just got to be kicking yourself. You basically just lost the classics.
Yeah. Yeah, this isn't a super.
And then the 2 people that had ghosts into the round before by 2 rifles, so they got 2 hero guns. We have an outlaw that can clean up every single one of them. But it's weird that it's on the Sova,
early
not the
on,
Yoru.
finding those cracks. You have to hope that the same thing won't happen to them. Getting very aggressive considering the round that's in it.
Mad to play against an eco like this as well.
Halfway down middle, there's still nothing but long-range angles for you to take. The beautiful part about this. The real danger, I suppose, was Camo would get stuck down there, but he had a gate crash up towards their spawn, so you can see Camo rotating to A now on that Yoru. Luckily, he's going to be in position on time, because as we can see, Vitality have fallen back off mid, moved around into A main, and they're looking to capitalize on the space that Safe has taken.
A double flash if he wants it, or just walk through.
Hadn't been spotted, but he is now dropped. That's a weapon to be retrieved. Sight control for the side of Vitality. Good flash. Not so good of a flash, but you know, it's okay. Koi are cleaning up the rest of the kills.
Yeah, sort of. It's still a couple of weapons now for Vitality, which wasn't really there to begin with. An aggressive position from Sender, and he's actually going to just catch out Shadow. I assume scoped in. Almost looked like he timed out. He was so tunnel visioned in on those stairs. Leaves it down to a 2v2 scenario, a real back and forth. There wasn't a heavy investment in this round. Bear in mind, Kix bought a Bulldog. And that's about all they had. And now it has to be this retake in the 2v2.
Oh boy, wait.
Sender it was! His trigger finger got the better of him. A quick shot fired off and some information to play with. The element of surprise no longer there to work with. And Shados is more than willing to take that fight. Save. Oh no! Hey,
oh
it's
man.
a Guardian. It's not a fully automatic weapon. It's
this
a tough
whole
angle.
round,
I'll give
bro.
him a bunch of excuses. All that matters is that Koi put 2-1 on the board. The losses will be felt in the economy of that defensive side.
Yeah, definitely not the best round we've ever seen, but ultimately Koi do get the job done. I think from this 2v2, you kind of have to feel like they could have brought that one back. Like Sender's position was deadly.
All right, I see why the vibes are so good.
Bob is just like, yes.
Yeah, he seems pretty.
What he said.
He's done. He's just okay. Yeah, he's singing again, isn't he? All right. I feel that. For Koi, 2-1. That defensive side. Look,
Knife goes over towards A, and I want to say that hit Astra also.
A quicker play out of this side, a push up towards middle. They haven't seen anyone after popping the flash.
Yeah, we've got to keep an eye on Camo. Now does pick up the op over towards short. Remy can get a kill, get out.
Got a super passive setup.
He gets a kill and he gets out.
Camo quickly on a kill
and
with that operator,
they dash as
Shadow
well.
Follows through.
Yeah, this is
Talked
great.
About weaknesses for Koi being up against that op. Well, a strength is when they have it. Evidently, 5 versus 3. And Vitality have no space to work off of. Well, maybe towards Tube. Okay, yes, towards Tube.
Well, that's at least one kill going in their favor.
And they're going to pick a right side here. It's a lot down to Stark, so they're trying to get one kill.
Going to try and put the crunch onto Starzo.
Knife goes in, so Cypher towards middle has a lot of time, has a good timing for this. Might just want to wait for the smoke to come up.
Oh,
or just
goes through that mid spot. You got Camo homed in the back lines with the operator. Instead, it seems like this might just end up as a retake on that A site and just holding in case they end up going B.
Yeah, good positions from Koi. I don't expect any individuals to be taking crazy fights with this setup. It seems to be posted for a retake.
We definitely got to keep an eye on Destrian here.
Unless it happens to be the angle that you were watching.
Going for a play. There's a guy directly above him. But do they expect this guy pushing spawn?
Going down too early, but Destrian is the one peeking instead, getting insanely aggressive.
Destrian might have solo won them this. He got the pick to make this one doable. He gets the most important kill as well.
Being taken, seized by the other side. Shanos only just now getting there to clear around the corner. Safe has fallen back though.
He gave him a chance.
He's looking for the headshot angle. He's been caught in the open. Rubinho down by the door, not expected. Sender now with it all to do. He can isolate some 1v1s. He's done excellent to do just that, and he even knows where the last
Damn, we're jumping out in the open as well. Oh boy, give me the coach cam. Give me the coach cam. He's going to be losing his absolute mind.
Red Bull clutch that somewhat came out of nowhere. Being able to win the fight versus 2 players, basically peeking him at the same time. And it was a decent round up until that point from Koi. I was happy to see them sort of play the retake, like play the rest of the map and keep their advantages. And then everything just fell apart with this man, just a little bit disjointed on the spacing. And then, yeah.
Oh my god, it's happening again.
What? It's happening again. We're witnessing this man relive PTSD live.
This is what he dreams about. No. Why am I not wearing trousers?
Oh, well, once he doesn't stand up and fall off the chair again, that'll be just fine. 2-2. We're tied up, and if you know what's going to happen in this round, that makes one of us.
Yeah,
a ludicrous
this whole best of 3 has just been
both teams, actually.
absolute mess.
Single out one. Both teams have been playing crazy. Double play.
Honestly, that really sums it all up.
We were observing Rubinho. It's fine. Shadow died somehow. Probably unfortunate. Nothing he could have done about it.
Tripped and fell.
Yes, understandable. 3 versus 5, lots of ultis for Vitality, and not really any weapons for Koi. Name of the game is just drop those rifles, make it as costly as possible for Vitality on the way back out, because you're not winning this round.
Destrian again lurking through the halls. He's managed to find another. Rubinho hasn't even managed to get past the trip, so even if he does, he's got a firing squad of players up against him, and he will get nothing. The fact is, in this round, Vitality had a plethora.
I mean, it's a big win for Vitality. They got a lot of ults into the next round as well.
Shados, of course, just going to go down to the spike. Doesn't want to hold on to that Marshall for the next round. And Vitality and Andalusia flawless to take things home in this one.
Right here.
No. I'm not sure what about how we handled that.
He was shooting his shadow. That's what it was.
Well, I don't know what led to you thinking we needed that in slow motion, but we didn't, to be clear.
I don't condone bullying. That's all I'm going to say. People make mistakes.
Having a tough enough time as it is.
You remember
here we go. Let's see. Give me a normal round.
You know, we didn't laugh at him.
Give me a normal good round.
No, actually, Tom. We did. Let's be fair now. Let's not lie.
I would never. No video evidence.
3-2, and it's, well, really anyone's game at this point. Things have been ludicrous. The op back out for Camo, we see that it might be close, might be close to getting a fight. I'm not sure what Safe is doing there. Warming up his crouch key,
Yeah,
just
you
in
know.
case he needs it. Well, he won't.
Goes aggro with this, and while they're doing this, they push over towards A main. So this is nice. B-split comes in, TP happened, playing fast against it. Yeah, and this is a prime example where you can't play fast against a Yoru. Like you gotta slow play your majority of the time.
This players are still outside. Interesting, he's actually used his ult there. If I'm honest, I don't think it was particularly necessary, but I guess Camo just confident that he's going to be able to earn it back and locking them into the site.
But the overall strat was pretty nice from Vitality. Got a little bit unlucky to lose the pick. And we go back and forth into everyone surviving last round for Vitality. Everyone surviving this round for Koi.
But not for the same teams.
No.
That's the interesting part. Trading blows 1-to-1. And yeah, it is interesting that he pops the ultimate. I think the idea I can get behind is that those players are outside B. Maybe they're rotating, and you're about to have a 1vx for Starzo in the spawn. If they win that, they go all the way to site. They get a plant. Another 1vx.
2v5 though.
Yeah, but they did just lose to Sender 1v3.
Yeah, so everyone's money's really good at the moment.
In the least maneuverable
Shadow has his ult. We got Astra ult, so we could potentially hit site, fake. Got a lot of options.
Orbital strike, orbital strike.
I'm gonna have to use my Hunter's Fury just to make sure.
Clear a few
doesn't set
angles.
the best precedent.
No, it doesn't. But if things have gone the way they have in these first 6 rounds, Tom, more power to you.
Or the first 9 in the line.
It's nice at least, and they know that they
at this stage everything's off
get
the
a
table.
lot of info. Most likely use the TP.
Once.
You'd imagine his TP comes out again soon.
Setting up in towards this exit. They're going to use the drone to try and clear out Destrian.
That drone doesn't reach this corner from here though, right?
He's actually put a smoke
Almost.
down and he's denied it, but I think they can have a pretty educated guess that he didn't do that for no reason. And also, he's been there pretty much every single round. Instead,
the attack
the rest
op
of the team again making their way
on
through.
Cypher. He's doing the
fragment in as well.
There's a nice
it's
nollie.
actually the spam with a little bit of help, or was that a snake bite? I'm not sure.
I'm not
doing the
sure.
alpha cosplay. We get the ult down. We have this ult to make sure that we can plant in the corner as well. And the ult does leak over towards side. So
a lot. Pushing around the right side to get a spam isn't possible, and a Cosmic Divide covers off left. It's not possible, of course, because of Safe. With that operator in hand, he's locking down the angle.
They're a little bit low. The big savior right now is Destrian, but he has to open the door, you would imagine.
No longer a concern while Safe is alive.
Yeah, door gets open. They now know about him.
Viper's wall put in by Koi will buy them a little bit more of a sight line to work around. Fabinho now makes it up close. Spots an op already inside of main, but they haven't found Sender. He's been dancing through the pit, but he steps out of it. What? He messes up. Camo falling. Or Camo getting kicks rather, and now moving his way over towards the spike.
They have no idea what
This is going to be tough for Safe to
Okay, nicely handles.
They've just guessed where he is. The RNG
Oh
got
my.
the better of him, and somehow
Yeah, the
that
ult just out in the
situation
open just meant
has
they could
fallen
get
back into
spam the
Koi's
whole
hands.
time.
I
And
challenge you to tell me how.
dude,
Yeah,
some
I
of
don't
these.
really know how they got away with that. I was about to say some of the lines of it,
Some of
it would
these
have been
rounds,
quite
man.
nice to have a dimensional drift there, but they didn't even need it. Camo was running around in the Viper sphere. I do like the Viper screen they were using to basically just give them an avenue back in, and then just Camo just winning fights in spots they probably shouldn't be. It's somewhat ridiculous that they get out of that, especially as cleanly as they did.
I want to at least shout out Shados here. He was very patient. He was watching the he was watching this the whole time, and then he was just super aware from this guy actually just going down once they run over towards the site. So Shados did great on this. It's like the only positive I can think of. Damn, if like FNS or someone like that was watching this, they would be annihilating some of these teams and some of these plays.
Some are so pacey, but regardless of how it goes down, the last 30 seconds are sheer chaos.
Like I'm biting my tongue a lot, man. There's been some horrendous stuff.
The A site defended mostly towards
Both
middle
maps.
with those trap wires. They know there's not much of a fight they can really put up on that angle. I think maybe the adaptation in the future will be Camo playing there to try and gate crash out of it, pick up one with the operator. And the other thing that's worth noting is Sender. This guy had some really good lurks in previous matchups. Hunter's Fury used.
No plant on this one.
It's almost disruption
Yeah.
while they try and deny the plant. Destrian again has done well.
This guy did break their trips earlier,
Pretty much every single round, but he's still
so they
fighting
knew
back.
he
The
was
rest of
here.
the team
Keep an eye on the Yoru flank. I
managed to
think
get
Koi
the
did really
plant
good to
in.
actually just stop
But
the
again,
plant on this one.
Rubinho's going to clear him out. Camo on the back, looking to come in to try and flank. Destrian has got his kill, but obviously that's after death. It's onto that null
Yeah, and
command.
Yoru should just clean this one up.
This is the timing. Kicks just looks around, but it's too little, too late. Runner to try and do it all. He isn't going to be able to. And it is going to be
3
that
people surviving as well.
scoreline now converted further into the lead. Koi.
This was one of the better rounds. This was one of the better rounds.
Camo's rotations were good. You know, I was speaking about him
There was
earlier.
actually
being
good
maybe
stuff
around
in this round. Like
position where you see
the
spike
deep trip was
planted,
nice.
holding the angle with the
The actual ult were
swinging
actually
in
not
to
too
take
bad
fights,
at all.
and then gate crashing out when
This
they do get
was
that
this
little
was
closer, but
probably
he
the best
jumped up
round we've
top
seen
to take down
in like the
Sender.
last
That lurk
20.
was completely denied, and I love that idea from him because he had control over elbow. You know, no one's going to be coming there for the next 10 seconds or so, maybe a little bit less of a window. And I think good reads on where their gaps were, where Vitality would be trying to sneak up to gain that little bit of an extra edge. To the
Eco
round.
coming in.
And
Let's
for
see what they
Vitality,
want.
your
Let's
lurks have
just.
been shut
I'm
down,
going to
your
reset.
pushes
I
have
need
been
a
shut down
mental
couple
reset.
rounds, and there's just been pure chaotic gameplay in the post rounds. I think it is time for a pause. I've seen the pause called, and indeed it is Vitality.
Yeah, and they agree as well.
Yeah, I'd be surprised
Something
if it
needs
was
to
on the other
change right
side.
now.
3 rounds in a row, not winning the pistol, and 5-3 up on the defense. And that's the thing, you're running a Eurocomp. You kind of have the expectation that a lot of the time you're going to have more success on the attack. So I am quite worried for Vitality at this stage because Safe hasn't really done much. Runner's been quite quiet. Those are the 2 players in the last map that were really thriving in terms of their individual ability. And Destrian, who's been quiet for them the majority of the tournament, is top of the board, having some fantastic lurks, and you're still not able to win the rounds, mainly because the post plants have been quite weak, which is not something I really expected to be saying with Vitality. Most of the time, if they get into those post plants, they've been fantastic. Also, I think Koi have done a great job of shutting down.
Barbar seems to be
their
molding
looks through middle.
less than
We've
last
seen
year.
it
Dude, he's been
couple of
celebrating
times,
a lot.
maybe
I mean, they look
Safe
they
trying
look
to
way
come into
better.
those late rotations. It
Last
just
year was
hasn't worked.
last year must have been absolute hell for
I'm
him.
definitely much more of a fan of Safe being
He's,
the one lurking now that you say it as well. Versus
It looks like he
Sender,
reached
just
the bottom
utility you're losing when he
now.
does get caught by
Now he actually
aggressive
has stuff to
pushes, which
celebrate.
will come in a lot for Koi because Camo
Even
can
if they lose
afford
this one, to be honest.
in ridiculous positions where he's untradeable.
There's
where
hope as
if
well.
He gets seen,
Baba
he's
is
stuck,
Koi coach.
'cause he just gate crashes out of there every single time. This guy.
This is very bold against an
doesn't have
eco,
those
but I
abilities,
also think that against the
but he's
timeout, I
doing
can
it
understand it.
because he's just better. So Starzo's gotten way up. He's
Could
hearing so
could
much
really
noise.
backfire.
He's getting all this information,
but
and most importantly,
Sender's also
is just
gonna
get
not
caught
expect
yet
to push.
again, completely unaware.
Yeah.
It's Sender.
And Sender
the
right now
Viper
is like,
down.
why is he
Look
pushing
at
one
the
more
A
eco?
side. Look at this Viper wall that's now not
It definitely
gonna be
pays
in
off. And
play
again, it's one of
for
those
this
things
squad
where
of
Vitality
That's
call
a
it
lot
timeout.
more
They're so
space
focused on the
for
new
Koi to fight back
idea
into, and with
that
pistols
pushing
like this,
and
that means that
aggressing is probably
ranged
going to
angles
work.
can now be taken by Koi much easier to fight back through, and then obviously post-planning utility is naturally going to be a massive loss for this squad.
Just
Shados,
dominating
one of
Tube
the
at the
nastiest
moment.
lurking
One
positions
person
I
over
think I've
towards
ever
site,
seen.
lovely
One where
shot.
You don't find a lot of value, but he has, and it leaves it all onto Kicks. A good kill from Runner to pull it to a 1v4, but well, great shot.
Yeah, that's a
couple
nice
more
shot.
of those are still needed. Good flash, but there we
Oh
go.
dear. Not really much else he could do. Time getting a little bit low on the clock, but yeah, it would have needed to be a miracle. And you can see again the
good
response
news
from
for
Koi,
Koi is
you're
they
gonna try and put a lot
punished
of pressure
Tube
towards Halls.
heavily
We're
on
just
this
gonna
one.
have someone basically fight you on
they
it throughout
might-
the entirety of the round.
they could probably
know
just
they
trip
want to
it
play
now or
this position
something.
in their post plant, so just almost completely denying it. Of
pressure's
course,
there for other
in this
rounds.
round, there's a lot less in terms of the weaponry to really deal with that player. Seems like having a great time.
Op comes out on
6
camo
to 3
again.
up
We
as
now get the
well.
op on run
Obviously,
on
the first
attack,
map
so maybe
went awry, but we've
we
already
get
said
to
if
see
Koi
a
manage to
duel.
turn the tide,
and he's
they
waiting for his
can
TP,
get
and
the
then he's
victory
going to get
just by
flashed
winning
out
the
over
next match.
towards
It wouldn't be
door.
down to
No,
round
what is
difference
this?
or map
Oh,
difference
we're
or anything
fake,
else. They
fake
just have to win
flash
their games.
to try and create the pressure that we're facing over towards door, and the ping does come out. Like that's happening. So
The op
they at least
is
think the
back
door
out.
right now is sorry. They
Big
at least think the
talking
op right
point
now
on
is
desk
over
for
towards
Lothar
door.
and Steel was about this operator.
It might make them
And
become
how
a
much
little bit
damage
looser with some of
Koi
these
has been
duels.
Sustaining in a lot of these rounds. We saw it in the last map. Runner was able to pick up a lot of
They
openings.
did specify defense though, right?
Maybe
I
not
could be
every
wrong.
time, but that could. I think that was the general gist of the conversation.
We look over at
See
this
if he can
comp
have that
in terms of
impact on-
vitality,
that'll be-
and
'cause
it
if he does,
kind
then
of struggles to break
fantastic,
this
but
trip. He
I
pretty much
almost
got
feel
the
like
dog
this
that
might be
can
more of
find
a
it, but then
last-ditch
nothing
effort,
else that
like,
can
okay, we're
actually
6-3
break it.
down.
So
We
this
need
trip can
some
just
sort
be
of
here every
anything
single
on the
time.
entries, and Camo has been farming us, so let's see what we can do.
Yeah, I think it is very central, like on that attack side. There's
the?
a lot of long-range angles, but it's not as easy to catch them pushing into you. Certainly not till the post plants. For Runner, his entering ability on that raise was massive.
Yeah, you have
Might
to feel
get a
like
pick
as
here
well,
on her
you
face.
must swap over to somebody else because
lucky.
otherwise you don't have anyone who can take space.
Yeah,
for
and
you.
Vitality going back over towards A, especially once they realize, well, this trip's up and we can't actually break this trip, really.
30 seconds left.
Gotta
The
go
rest
back
of the team
towards
are
A.
doubling back in the other direction. He's still
And
holding it up, but
Starkso
just
has
goes
gone
walkabouts, though.
walking.
He's given them the kill that they needed. Still Camo is here, but there you go. With the rifle in hand, Runner has found that entry, and there's no escape for Camo this time. Managing to isolate the jewels, the entirety of this defense has just fallen apart.
Yeah, and the op has nothing to do with it. It is very much down to individual duels taken. Patience by Vitality as Starkso got a little bit overeager. It opens up the gap. Good night, sweet dreams. Oh no! He's pulled out the knife. That's just disrespectful. The mind game's in play. Hit the morale. Hit him where it hurts. Only Shados left. And he's quickly dispatched.
And
having a nice game, and Andalusia flawless.
I don't know, maybe
for
the
Vitality,
comms from
and a fourth
Shados
round
weren't
acquired.
like good enough to be like,
Been the
I
weird thing
have
with Vitality
B
so
on
far is
lock.
the rounds they
Like
have
the
been
two trips that he's doing are
really
so
clean,
hard
other
for
than,
this
I
comp to
think,
break
Destrian's 1v3,
that it's
they've had
like
a
they don't
couple
need
of
to make
Andalusia
any plays on
flawlesses, and
A.
then just
Like
got
this is
boomed
fine
in the
getting
rest of the
early
rounds.
info
It's
over towards
been
A.
peculiar.
It's so fine.
50%
That
of
one
the rounds
is
have been- yeah,
absolute
but two- yeah,
insanity
I don't think the other two were.
with a KO.
But either
crazy.
way, the fact that a lot of this round just came down to Starzo's unfortunate timing. Like him going walking into the double doors, which just happened to be the place where the rest of the players were.
But like this trip
completely
can't get
changed the round.
broken.
He
You know,
waits a
trip over
second,
towards
I
here, there's
think
probably
they
going to
take
get
that round.
kills. I just
Player
think the
caught
Starkso
close,
needs.
safe.
Sorry, I
The
think that
alt trained
Shados
in,
needs to
maybe
be
a little
louder
bit
and being like,
too
guys, you
close
don't have
to
to.
that cage.
Don't
Couldn't
have
see
to
him
do anything.
emerge from the side.
A nice
Tapping it
play
now
from
as the
Safe
flash
on this
comes
one.
in from Starzo. The
Does he a
attempt to
flash?
punish. The spray is good, but he's caught. He's stuck in the corner. 21 HP. Flash is high. Destrian's also not going to be caught by it, but Runner's gone down. Now a problem.
Oh, kicks ate his own flash as well.
As they've ended up in a
And that means he can get out. A nice
Recon
recovery
through,
with the shot though.
revealing kicks. It's put him in a bad position.
Oi, how on earth?
How does he win that?
How on earth has he
Spamming
managed
back
to do
for
this?
damage and
And the
catching
last
Shadow,
person alive is the
trying to
person
take the
who
fight in the
jeweled over
open.
towards A
The
main.
recon wasn't enough. That's crazy.
So low it even expected. It's going to be Cinder to take the round. 3 players surviving and, well, a little bit of shenanigans in the middle, but it almost seemed like Kix was just warming up, blinded himself to give them a chance, and then just eliminated everybody on the fights through mid. A break back for Vitality, mostly based off some individual brilliance. I will say at this stage, after the last map of Safe just running through his own smokes, I'm a little bit disappointed that Camo didn't expect that.
Yeah, I suppose.
He did it like 6 or 7 times on map 1.
Yeah, he was, especially, those poison orbs, he's a little crazy with. Doing the same with the cages and the same thing
again,
exactly
Knife
the same
goes in,
thing.
yes. I mean, Safe is
This
just
time,
controlling
unsurprisingly,
over
no
towards here.
result, but Shados
And
has
Shados
fallen. The
not
operator coming
expecting
through on middle had a quick
the
angle,
fast,
a
quick
kill.
angle.
And they've even seen the push up attempted by Starzo. Camo tagged to 31
He's
HP.
taken a lot of damage this round already.
Yeah, it's rough.
Cutting through.
I tell you what though, ever since the ops come out, I've been
Camo is the
liking,
operator.
I've been
No
liking
Sky,
how
so
Vitality
no
play.
heals available.
But my goodness, Koi, they literally
Just a slow
cannot
down
break your
from the
util
side. I'm
in B.
Surprised.
I have no idea why
away
they're
with
playing
that.
like this.
A push through the double doors again, but this just allows for a wrap back around. They've completely left the site open, a chance for Shadow, but shots won't be connected, and they're probably going to realize very quickly that this is going to be an A-side take, but they may not realize how far both Destrian and Safe have already got. Just a disgusting position already in play, back towards that top mid spot. And while no way Camo was looking for that, maybe having a little peek around, but I don't think the expectation was there.
Got your trail.
I know you can't even be comfortable in just fighting through those doors. Knowing a player can be coming from behind, you see Starzo trained in on the angle, waiting for a chance to take a pick and make this a workable retake. Don't think they'll be calling for a save the last round of the half, but the chances are certainly pretty low. Emerging from that smoke, Well, only one player made it.
I mean, honestly, the last,
6-6 at the halftime.
Vitality played,
From the side
if
of
I ignore
Team
like the first 4
Vitality.
rounds, Vitality
Koi
played like the end of that
already
pretty
mapped
well.
Down, and now Vitality are moving on to presumably the side they would prefer.
Koi,
I'll definitely
if I'm
say
Koi
it's not
here,
the side that Koi would prefer.
I just think
No,
that
I think that has been sort of
if I'm Shados especially, like I just gotta maybe be more vocal and tell the team like I got all of B site.
Vitality when they play versus Gentlemates.
Like, they can't get onto B.
Chosen the map, and then Koi decided to start on the defense. So it might genuinely just be getting their worst half out of the way.
Maybe.
For Vitality, it didn't go great. Like, that's the thing, a 6-6 half when last time you got boomed.
Holding on to bare bones. The thing is, if I was gonna snap
snap,
it would have been at some of the other games we've seen already in kickoff. But like my whole thing that I'm losing my mind about just throughout the whole of kickoff, and I've said it like 10, 20 times, is just when when teams are loading into games right now, and remember they've had time to look at some of these comps, some of the overall game plans. Or like the weaknesses of the other comps are crazy bad. They're all just focusing on their own game plan, and they're not even considering stuff that the other comp struggles with. It's been relevant for like 10, 15 games in kickoff, and it's killing me.
We might see something from him, but there might be nothing left. Vitality already on the site. Corbino in the corner. He's done so well to find 3.
Mate,
they don't know
these
where
are
Shados is
really
still.
good on
What
this,
can
but
he
that
do?
is not a good
What
pump
can
for
he
him.
do?
Done.
He can't even make it on time. It's over.
Yeah, that's a weird flank to have when you
I mean, no adaption. Not even no adaption. They're all just literally going into games and being like, we'll play our own game. But then it's like, with so many new comps, you gotta show us and like you gotta show teams that you can adapt and work out what the weaknesses are, and show that you have a good understanding of what the weaknesses are. In a lot of these games, I never have a good understanding that the teams understand what comps can't. Like, they can't get into B really with trips, if you look at Vitality. Like, how is this comp here meant to get into B? Other than runner sending it in, if you have trips here. They can't break the trips, which means they pretty much can't essentially go B. So why the whole time are we playing like 2B? Or, instead of playing the 2B, we're going like aggro in all of these positions. You don't need to go aggro, you just need to stack A.
Hi, guys. Oh, he's got it eventually. Runner's one hit too, but he's got the one-hit weapon, the Outlaw. And a wallbang kill to Shados to close.
And like the overall teams, and you can see that in practice, it's been working well. But when it comes to the actual games, you gotta adapt. You gotta show me something. You gotta show me you understand
Genuinely, for a split second,
what other teams are trying to
I would have
achieve.
thought the KO was some sort of a new decoy, like a skin, just running straight into the wall.
That's what we want to see. Let's go.
Back in the lead. Destrian having a great game as well.
Okay, big bonus.
14 and 7.
That doesn't just go for this game, by the way. I could have. It goes for like 10 other games that I've seen.
Re-aggression elsewhere. Push down mid for runner. A lot of information already taken, but the main issue is kicks suppressed and alone within this site. Rotation only just coming through. Hoping for a little bit of luck. He does connect, but unfortunately...
Keep an eye on the Shados lurk on this one. The potential big duel that's coming up soon.
With a quick practice. Now,
wait, does this camera see the gun?
Actually used by
No,
Logan
okay.
against Vitality time and time again. Shados seems to be bringing back
Lovely
some
kill
old
on that.
memories for this Vitality squad. With a quick lurk in, and okay, damage being
Doing
done across the board. In
doing
fact, Runner
good
safe
from
combo,
Vitality.
and
Yeah,
then leave just
they
Shadow,
got numbers.
Shados is so far away. It's a
Got
bit
that
of
Astra
deja vu
Vision
for this
block.
man, at least. He
Saves
puts
hitting
the stomp
shots.
onto that angle. Nice shot for Shadow. The spray though.
Pings.
It's a little too much towards default. The spike was planted slightly left of there. The pings must not have been on. Third kill for him, but it's all for nothing. Because Vitality have found 9
nicely
to
done
6,
from
and
Safe
that
on
was
this.
the buy round for Koi.
The pings, yeah, they
I
were
think that's
quite a
definitely the most
little bit to
impact
the
as well.
right.
I might have seen with an Outlaw just a
Not like,
disgusting initial
like
shot
right
from
of the
Runner.
plant in terms of
Takes down
spam
the
right,
player
but
on site as
actually
well,
too right.
And then just has his teammate as cavalry. A nice shot as well coming out from Safe to pick off Shados in mid. But that's the thing.
No,
if
there
you
were
don't
some
spot a
pings. There were
Cypher
some
at that
pings.
point in the
There
round,
was
you're
quite a
gonna
lot
have
to the
easy-
right.
Like, especially with the plant spot, you're going to make the realization that's the only place he can really be. 9 to 3. Movistar Koi realizing
Is that a problem
okay,
across
we
all
need to try and
regions?
slow this down because, as
We've
already
seen less.
mentioned,
I think so,
right
yeah.
now, their
We've
life
seen
is
less
in
of it in
their hands, and it
Americas,
won't
and
be
it's
the
probably
case even
because
going into
teams
that
aren't
last
experimenting
match. But
as
if they
much in
get 2-0'd
Americas.
here,
We've seen
if
a
I'm not
lot of it in
mistaken,
EMEA.
which
We've
is
seen a
possible,
lot
I
of
am,
it in Pacific.
KC will need to just
Pacific
win
is
one
probably
map, not even the
built up.
series, to take this over
Pacific
the
is
line,
probably
because both
the
teams will
most
have been
that
scoring.
I've seen it so far.
I believe that's true.
But I've seen it a good amount
It's a
in EMEA as
dangerous
well.
thing to do, Tom, considering our math earlier on. But,
Yeah, MA across the board,
here we are.
not
We're gonna commit to
well,
it.
apart from
I
like
think that's
3
how it
teams
rolls.
play relatively
Back to the
standard,
side
so
of
it's
Koi,
probably
man,
how they've been playing in their
you
practice
saw
anyway.
earlier on that, first of all, Shados' lurking position, I like it. Look, it's a normal enough spot to be in. I think particularly because Logan found so much impact against Vitality there, it does make me believe that's something that they've prepped for. Okay, when we show presence on this side of the map, when we actually take the control out of their hands, they don't clear that. They do just half check up close to the box. Something that I don't expect Vitality to leave that gap for too much longer. You get punished 2
I mean,
games
pretty
on
disappointing
that
to
same
be honest,
spot,
Turtle.
you start to check it.
Well, it is going to be an investment, at least from the
I
side
feel like
of
they had
Koi.
their chances to close it out
Ultimate's
yesterday.
not online for their side, but Bladestorm is available, peeking in after being pinged up. You can see maybe a little bit of hesitance. Even going to have to use a drone. A lot of utility being used early just to try and force runner off the angle. Has a flash just in case there's a quick punish. But instead, he's focused in to make sure that nothing's going in onto middle, and a very early rotation coming out of the side of Vitality to bolster up this defense.
Not something we see from them a lot, but so far
What?
Koi have been
How does he get away with that one? This might be a big round to get them back into this.
He's looking for a target to take down. Still enough draft left to play with. Moving towards the left side. I thought he'd wait for Destrium, or Destrium would wait for him more so, but no. Going swinging into the angle.
Big duel at middle. Does Sender see the gun?
Shados' lurk a little bit
Yeah, it
early,
felt like it.
and Sender was still trained in on the angle, but a good flank from Shadow. He's made it out alive. Kept this into a 2v2. And the spike will be picked up and planted, presumably. Fabinho at least attempting it.
A lot easier said than done. Snakebite's is going to leave him stuck in the mud.
And the mollies from Sender here were decent, by the way, really good.
These players in, but they're already looking for the fight. It's going to be the trade.
Big 1v1. Safe again.
But he sees the spike
Safe has been
before.
responsible
Safe
for
doesn't
so
really
many
need
of
to
their
peek. He looks
rounds.
for a timing and finds it as well.
Nicely done from
Another
him.
clutch going in Vitality's
And
favor.
Koi needed
a real
that.
chance in this round for
Koi
Koi.
needed that
But it will be
badly.
them to hit double digits first.
Again, all this for Vitality, a 2-0 here, and what does that mean? We don't know. We don't know yet. This is a squad fighting for the possibility to move through. And look at what they're able to do. Backs against the wall. Certainly gonna wish they were firing on all cylinders earlier on. Sometimes it does just take that game to warm up. And that's another aspect of it. Koi will be coming into the next game having at least played this one. The first one was kind of close, streak of rounds.
The thing is, they will have to 2-0 KC. We'd have to have a really weird...
KC aren't warmed up, though. They're coming in cold.
Yeah,
So
it's
first
going to
round
have a
easy
weird
for
thing
Koi.
where
Okay.
Koi have to 2-0 and then it goes down to round
I like
difference.
that you're trying to give some hope, and that it's some sort of like love triangle rather than just one team's better than the others.
I believe.
Have to wait and see if that is the case. For now, though, Koi, as I said, if they can turn the tide,
Nice shot.
their life is still in their own hands, but that life seems to be dwindling at this stage. Nice work from Shadow, at least finding the opener. Kicks looking to try and take some ground elsewhere. The thing is, that flash, I believe, has been heard by
K-Corp only have to win one
So
map.
he knows that there's pressure coming in. If he can find this kill onto Kicks,
If Vitality
it gives him a
2-0,
real
K-Corp only
chance.
have to win one map.
No, Kicks is going to win that one out. Not making it
Damn, nice
back
shots.
towards the side at least. He's shut down before he can quite complete his journey, but Safe is still around yellow, and he is causing problems kill after kill. Leaving Starzo up close with a choice. He could push Safe and try to take him down now, or he could let him reset.
The team that plays fast
Shados
and then plays
to take
last
this plan.
is by far,
Pulling
that's
into
like by
play.
far the best in my opinion.
See, they're trying to force a couple of 1v1s.
You get to play early, you get to watch the other team.
It was a foregone
Like the
conclusion.
players can go
11
relax and the
rounds
coaches
for the
can
side
watch
of
the game,
Vitality.
write stuff down.
Defense is looking
Like it's
good.
nice.
The rounds
Even just for the
cannot
prep
stop
the night
coming in
before, like you
in
only
their
prep
favor.
for the
That's
first
5
team and
in
then
a
you can
row
kind of
on
have
this half,
less prep for the next
8
team
in
and
a
then you
row
get those
total,
3 hours
including
while this
the
game's
last
going
couple
on to
of
prep.
the previous.
Like it's an
Big
advantage, it
challenge for
is.
Koi. They need to
You
wake
gotta
up.
say how it
They need
is.
to wake up now.
yeah, they are having troubles, and you can see There's going to be a pause called on the other side. Slightly different song to earlier. The other one sounded a little bit happier. Well, now, they do have one of my favorite ultimate combos available to them. You've got the Dimensional Drift Hunter's Fury. It's normally good for an opener. And especially, I think the one thing that has been bugging me a little bit is, I see what your point
Save the MVP? Oh man, especially in the first map.
I feel like he's so late to the party every
To be honest though,
round.
Runner was really good in the first map as well, and Runner's been pretty impactful in this one also.
Or he might as well just be with the rest of the squad. Because you think of these, a lot of these early fights have been traded fairly evenly. It's just that there isn't the personnel there, and he's there about 15 minutes later, turning up to try and clutch.
Well, I think a lot of that comes back to how you're typically going to want to, or even better point is a lot of it comes back to how Koi have been playing.
How did they determine it? I think it was random, to be honest. I'm pretty confident.
They haven't been running it back. If Safe finds a kill on middle, they can potentially rotate back to the B site, but often by the time he's even forcing an engagement, they're already planting A, or they're like deep out on pyramid. They've put their wall in. They're committed. And the problem, I think, is that
the players might be a little bit tired.
Like
you could say that though. Play a game, have to wait, and then play another game. The players could definitely be tired. But from a strat coach POV, I'm choosing the play, break, play all day. Not that you get a choice. I love this recon. It's one of my favorite recons, to be honest. The one that goes like behind this box. It's really good. Just scans like anyone pushing down towards middle as well, and you can't be shot from here and here. Like, this is one of the better recons.
Gone into this series with Vitality.
It's a lot of early mid control.
Having their opponent pick probably one of their best maps, and then them picking what seemed like one of their worst, and they might be about to win both. Destrian going walkabouts. It seems like they are well aware. He has been playing in the halls pretty much every single round. And Safe alongside him. Grabinho just caught sleeping. They get both players. They'll reveal that the play was over onto that B
the
side.
coach is going to be losing his mind.
Because the spike was still over on A.
Which isn't a bad idea. We said they were very direct in most of the rounds, so this time they throw in a little bit of flair with a fake. Unfortunately, as we can see, that hasn't worked out to start with. Good damage though, Sander down. Big utility to pull out of the round. If they can manage it, Camel's going to wait out the snake bite. And I still think the plan is to pop that flash, look for the play. Here it is, flash around, swing in, but Kicks was there. It's just too much time passed. Vitality have got plenty of players. The heal, though, the heal is coming through. Shados has a real chance. Oh, no! He swift the first, and the heal back up means that fight isn't as easy as he might expect. 90 HP still on Sender. He's good for the first, and he'll follow up with more. 12-6. Vitality, one away.
6 chances.
From pushing this 2-0, from keeping their dream alive, albeit out of their control. And funnily enough, it'll be in the control of Koi, the team that they're currently destroying, that they need to win 2-0.
Baba has to be losing it. Oh my, he must be losing his mind.
I could take you with me. I won't. But
it was looking hopeful. Yesterday, honestly, they had some really nice stuff.
For free, thank you. No, I think KC have got to be.
I mean, they lost this on defense. They should have had like, it should have been like a 9-3 on defense, really. Anything above 3 rounds would have been borderline criminal.
To take them through.
And Vitality just have a good defense as well.
To battle for that top 2, a top 4 spot. I think for both Heretics and KC, they're going to be very happy with that scenario. And who knows, with luck of the draw, could go either way.
Well, look what KC having Martine playing the way that he is. Narrates had some insane games. I mean, I'm not going to be all too confident in them not winning at least one map out of a series, especially if Koi are playing like this. Luckily, I still have my Why Cry Spanish Casters sign. Bring that one back down.
I'm sure they appreciated that. Runner, there's the opener. They haven't been able to deal with this operator. They haven't been able to deal with a lot of things. The aggression paying off. And now 40 seconds left for them to now try and hightail it onto one of the sites. Seekers even going to give them up as well. 3 of the players trying to push up the top of mid. And well, the fact is the Seekers have given all that information away. The one lurk outside of that B site, the one that
3 people here.
And Safe already getting the reveal. This is
double trip either side.
With 20 seconds to try and clutch versus the entirety
of
this Vitality side.
Another 2-0. So for people wondering, K-Corp just have to win one map to go through, and they play Koi next.
The fact is, Mitch, though,